Okay, so I'm going to show you the key functions of Photoshop. So let's say you have a logo here, right? Like I'm using all these shortcuts, but for you, you can, if you're not familiar with it, you go to Edit, come to Transform, I come to Free Transform, and now you can move the corner and drag it to become smaller. And if you move, hold it and move it, then you can position properly. And you can also change the angle of it, right? This thing will come up like that, right? And you click it and hold it and you can move it like that. All right, so that's free transform. And if you go to edit, transform, warp, right? And you can move, hold the corners or hold wherever you can move it, right? And you can drag it, do a bunch of things with it. So this is, you can do whatever you want with this basically. So that's warp. And if you did something wrong, you can obviously go to edit and go undo. Okay, you can do undo as many as you want. Now I'm just gonna go back to free transform, make it smaller. Okay. Now let's just say you wanted to blend into the shirt. You are gonna come here, click, double click, right? And then hold down option and move this thing, right? And whenever you feel like it's good, then you just release it and press OK. Okay, and then now you have the blending mode. You move to the screen. There's different ways of blending. Just pay attention to what you like. Lighten looks pretty good to me, so I'm just gonna choose that. So there's blending, and then you can also choose the opacity. Right? You can make it like blend to shirt more like that as well. What else do we have? We have select. This is polygonal lasso tool. You can select whatever you like. Let's just say you don't want A. There you go. You can select it, you can make changes to it, but what I use it for, that just press OK when this comes up, okay? Is I can just remove things which I don't want. Okay. So again, this is the eraser tool. Okay. And there are other functions too. Let's just say if you want to combine these two layers, right? So these are layers. If you want to make changes to both of them, you click them with command click these two, and then right click, and you can merge layers. So now it became one layer, right? And if you don't want that, you obviously can undo it. But at this point, what I sometimes do is I go to filter, I put a blur on the image just slightly, just very, very slightly. Because sometimes AI is a bit too sharp and I don't like that, right? So I just change it so you can see. I make it just slightly blurry. And then there's also here, you can go to image, adjustments, and go to either vibrance or hue saturation. You can play with it. Now, he looks pretty saturated. I don't really like that. So I usually dial down the saturation just a little bit so his skin tone looks more natural to me. So there you go. These are almost all of the functions. Like sometimes I use auto tone and auto contrast to kind of show you, give you an example. Let's see what happens if you use auto contrast. There you go. And what happens if you use auto tone? Looks pretty good, right? You can play with these settings basically. Auto color. Yeah. There you go. I think I have pretty much explained everything. Or actually, if you want your image to take up a different proportion, let's just say you can use a free transform, right? I'm just using a shortcut free transform to resize this photo, and then you can go command, click this, All right, so now you see that you have selected this portion of it. And then if you go to select and inverse, you're selecting the side of it. Now the reason why I want to select the sides of it is so that I can fill this in using this function called fill and content aware. So it basically uses its own sort of AI to know what to fill in. There you go. See, now extended the image. And sometimes you can just make it, you see this corner right here, I don't know if you can see it, but the corner is not perfect, so I would use free transform to make it bigger or something like that, right? Just to kind of hide certain things. Okay, so that's how you make it bigger. So same with this image, right? These sides of it used to let's see if I can show you the original picture. Anyways, this used to be a different dimension, like a more like a longer one, and the sides were not filling in, so I used the content aware function to fill it. Same with this one. Okay, so again, if you want to do anything with it, you just have to drag this in and then make it the correct size, right? And then use any of the blending function you want. But honestly, it looks pretty good to me already. Maybe just do the opacity a little bit. Good, there we go.